The next nakshatra that we have to take up for study is the Swati Nakshatra. The Swati Nakshatra is also called as Nishtya in the Vedic terms. So that is why you see the word Nishtya. So the word Nishtya is the Vedic name for the Swati Nakshatra. And this Swati Nakshatra's color is yellow. And also its Adhipati, the Rashi Adhipati is Rahu. And the Devata, Adhidevata and Pratyadevata are Vayu is the Devata. Tvashta, with whom we studied last time with relation to the Hasta Nakshatra, is the Adhidevata. And Indragni, that is the twin gods Indra and Agni together, are the Pratyadidevatas. So the mantra is Vayur Nakshatram Abhyeti Nishtyam Tigma Shrungo Vrishabhororuvanaha Samirayan Bhuvana Matarishva Apadveshagam Sinudata Marati. So this is the Purana Vakya. As I mentioned, Purana Vakya is where we invoke the Devata with the Nakshatra to the Yajna Shala. So the next is Yajya, that is after giving the Havis, we ask for the boons. Tanno Vayustadunistya Shrunotu Tannakshatram Bhurida Astomahyam Tanno Devaso Anujanantu Kamam Yathatare Maduritani Vishwa. Actually, the meaning of the mantra is fairly simple. So, Yo Vayuhu Nakshatram, that is this nakshatra, along with the Vayu, that is Nishtya or the Swati Nakshatra, along with the Vayu, Abhyeti means let we invoke that in front of us, Abhimukha. In front of us we invoke, and then both of them will come together. So, what kind of Vayu are we invoking? He is Stigma Shrungaha. Shrunga, as you know, means the horn. Tigma has got two meanings. One is either it is very sharp horns or it is also shining. Both are valid here. With sharp and shining horns, who is coming, this Vayu, who is coming like Vrishabha. Here Vrishabha relating to the horns also means he comes in the form of a bull. But metaphorically, what it means is with sharp and extraordinary luster. Vrishabha means one who showers all the desires for us, for all the desires showering. And not only he simply showers all those desires, but Roruvanaha, he comes and then drops and then showers us with a lot of wealth, making a lot of noise. So it's easy to imagine, suppose you take a bag of coins and then hold it upwards and then empty it onto the floor, it is going to make quite a bit of a rattle. So like that he will pour enormous amount of wealth on us. Then who is this Vayu? This Vayu is Matarishva. Matari Shvasati iti Vayuhu. That means one who can go in space. That means one who can enter even into a smallest crevice. So this, all of us who live in the colder regions, we know that how in our house, even if there is the smallest amount of space in the winter, that Vayu, cold Vayu, with a roaring noise will enter. Roruvana. Then what does it do? Bhuvanani Samirayan. That means inspiring. Samirayan means Samyak Prerayan. that is properly, accurately inspiring. So inspiration can also be wrong inspiration. But here he is inspiring us in a proper manner, and not only that, dveshamsi apanudatam, everything that is hateful, that which brings hardship to us, may all of them be removed. So thus Vayu is the Devata of the Swati Nakshatra. He is also known as, the Nakshatra is also known as Nishtya in the Veda. So the Pironivakya, we ask Vayu to come with Swati Nakshatra to our Yajna. And then he is the one who moves about in space. And he is also a Tigma Shringa. That means one who has got very sharp, shining, and then he comes roaring like the bull. And may this Vayu inspire us all living beings, and he remove apanudatam, all the hateful ones which destroy our wealth. So now for the Yajya, this we make a plea to you, Asmadiyam, He Vayudeva. We are asking you that Swati Nakshatra, along with you, Bhurida Astu Mahyam, let that Nakshatra along with you give enormous amount of wealth. Devasaha Naha, all the gods, for us, not only you, but along with all the gods, Kamam Anujanantu, whatever desires we ask for, may all of them be showered to us. Sometimes he must give us the wealth about which even we have not thought about, and which is good for us. So all of that, whether we have asked for or not asked for, that which is good for us, you please shower. Not only that, Vishwaduritani, all the sins that we might have accumulated so far, all the papakaryas that might have accrued to us, apanudatam, all of them may please be removed. So you bless us not only with wealth, remove all the negativities in us, but also make us blemishless in future. So Vayu and Swati, both of them, with their strength and power, they will penetrate into our hearts and inspire us and remove all the hateful entities which are raging in us. In fact, in our hearts, whenever we are greatly agitated, that agitated, you may not hear their voice, but you will feel their power. So much of angst and worry and concern and anxiety, all of these things will be actually raging in our hearts. So how to remove that? May Vayu, along with Swati Nakshatra, listen to our prayers, not only grant abundant wealth, but come penetrate and remove all our blemishes. So why do we ask of Vayu in particular to do this? Because he is Maharishwa. He is able to go in the smallest possible space. Let us say our heart is so much full of anxiety, worry and dukkha. But still there may be one slight trace where we can let Ishvara enter. That much of space in our heart is enough. And the only Devata who can enter through that is the Vayu. And may this Vayu come through. So Vayu, the word itself, it comes from the root Va, means to blow. So this Vayu is also the substance of all speech. And therefore he is also called as Vak. So Va, to blow perfectly, is Vak. Why we are asking Vayu and Vak? The reason is that what does Vak do? Vak is the way through which we use a modulated breath to bring out sound. You just try that, you will never be able to speak without the modulation of the air flowing outside from our being. And therefore, speech is in Sanskrit is called vak. I do not know what is the etymology of the English word speech, but the etymology of the word vak in Sanskrit is that through which the pranavayu blows through to give kam. Ka means joy. So whenever we speak because it gives us happiness all the time. Suppose even when we are sharing our dukkha, even then, by the very walk, to that extent dukkha reduces. This is our experience. Why? Because of this pranavayu, when it is modulated and coming out, comes out only to make us our worries go away and also bring joy. And this vayu is also a unifier. That's why vayu is again another definition is vaya bandhane, one who unifies. He is also called marut. Marut means he without whom one dies. That's the etymology of the word marut. He is also anila. That means he has no particular locus. And he is also a purifier, a pavana. That is why Hanuman is called Pavana Sutta. Pavana or Pavana means one who purifies. And he is also one who pervades everywhere. He is Vyapya. And with all these qualities, he knows exactly what is the wealth, where it is, and how it should be brought, and how he should enter it into our being. And therefore, he is the all-knowing also. And he is the actual atmospheric God who is the manifestation of Agni. Agni manifests as Vayu in the atmosphere. He manifests as Surya in the heaven. In fact, we also get the Veda mantra Vayurantarikshe Suryo Divi Chandrama Dikshu. So you can see there are cross references in other areas of the Veda also about this hierarchy. So he is also a regent of the northwest, and northwest is called as Vayavya, one where there is Vayu. And then how did this Vayu come into existence? At the very creation, he was the breath of the cosmic person, whom we see in the Purusha Sukta, Pranadvayurajayata. This Vayu is the very breath of the cosmic person, and iconographically, he is white in color. He rides a deer. In some of the texts, he carries bows and arrows, and in some texts, he also carries the gourd or ankusha and a flag. So most of the iconography you see in the temples and also the paintings you see of Vayu is the one who holds ankusha and the flag. There is a very interesting story in the Bhagavata about Vayu. It seems it appears once Narada asks Vayu, go and chop off the summit of the Mahameru mountain. There was a lot of background for that because there was a quarrel between this Rakshasas, between Vasuki and between a number of background stories are there, but finally it culminates into Narada asking Vayu, go and chop off the top of the Mahameru, the Meru temple, Meru Parvata. So Vayu goes there and blows in a stormy way a terrible paced wind, which lasted for one whole year. But then Vayu was not able to do anything to the summit of this Meru Parvata because Garuda with his wings was protecting it. So at the end of the year, he comes back frustrated, and then he tells Narada, I'm so sorry, Garuda is in the way, I'm just not able to penetrate through him. So Narada says, okay, well, let us wait till Garuda flies away on some errand by Mahavishnu, and we'll take that opportunity to do what you have to do. And it so happened that once Garuda was not there, and therefore Vayu goes there and blows with all his power, chops off the summit of Meru Parvata and throws it into the ocean. The top portion of Meru is called Trikuta. And that is how, when it was thrown into the ocean, it became an island of Sri Lanka. So the origin of the island of Sri Lanka is the chopping off of the summit of Mahameru, and that's why Lanka is also called as the Trikuta Chala. It's a very sacred place from in our Vedic times. The Rudraksha that grows in Sri Lanka is considered as one of the most sacred of the Rudrakshas, because it is the top of the Mount Meru. And then Vayu is also believed to have incarnated as Hanuman in Treta Yuga, as Bhima in Dwapara Yuga, and as Sri Madhvacharya in Kali Yuga, which also means that in all the yugas, Vayu actually manifests in one form or the other. And we have also studied in the Mahanyasa a description of Vayu, Vayave Sankushadvaja Hastaya Pranadipataye Mrigavahanaya. So that is usually represented in all the iconography. So this Vayu is the Devata of Swati Nakshatra, and then the prayer for him is that he bring us all the wealth, remove all our negativities in us, and inspire our sacred walk.